A Way Out is a 2-player co-op game from Hazelight Studios and directed by Joseph Fares, who was just coming off of his first game, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Fares set an incredibly high bar with Brothers, especially for his first game, and for me, A Way Out meets it. When you start A Way Out, you and your co-op partner will choose which of the game's 2 protagonists to play, Vincent or Leo. Then, throughout its roughly 6-hour runtime, A Way Out is a fantastic, campy prison escape action movie with you and a buddy in the starring roles. A Way Out is a perfect game, not because there's nothing wrong with it or nothing that could have been improved, but it's perfect in that I wouldn't change anything about it, because every aspect of the game, good or quote-unquote bad, lends itself to exactly what I want from a co-op experience, making for the most fun co-op game I have ever played. If that sounds enticing to you, grab a friend, find 6 hours, and play through it. It's only $30 at full price, and that also gets you a second copy of the game to send to a friend. So go play it, and then come back to this video, because in order to talk about everything that makes A Way Out special, I'm going to have to spoil it. With that said, let's get into it. A Way Out begins with Vincent's arrival at the prison and his serendipitous meeting with Leo. When they discover that they have a common enemy on the outside, an uneasy alliance is formed to break out and seek revenge. The game does a great job with its character development, showing the players immediately who the characters are and their tenuous relationship with each other, and also emphasizing that through gameplay. Throughout the prison section, and once they escape, A Way Out follows a pretty consistent pattern of swapping between sandbox areas to mess around in, and big action set-piece moments. The way that Vincent and Leo interact with other characters and objects in those sandboxes adds so much to the character development and role-playing of the game. Silly things like playing Connect 4 or baseball or having an intense, never-ending arm wrestling match are just such simple ways to add that pure co-op joy of a good time with your buddy. You'll constantly be laughing from fun co-op moments like that, and the hilariously written and performed conversations in the story and these playground sections.
What the hell are we doing?
I don't know. You sat down first.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Did I? This is getting awkward.
All of it just works to have you connect more to the characters and the game itself. And then in the big moments, the split-screen nature of the game makes everything so much more exciting. Knowing that it's your friend mashing square or waiting for your help makes things more hectic and keeps you in the moment. When it's your partner chasing somebody down or fighting with someone, you're going to be so much more into it than if it was an NPC doing the same, cheering each other on and screaming at the TV together. A Way Out is chock full of big events like this, like a chase through a construction site where the players are separated but constantly just missing each other and their target, or a high-speed car chase, rowing down a rapid, dodging rocks, skydiving, and so many more. Each player is always given something different but equally exciting to do, and sometimes, depending on how things play out, it can be one player or the other in a certain situation, making things feel more natural. The few times that the game diverts from the typical split-screen format creates some super fun dynamics. Like in one scene when a hitman gets a third screen, adding to the tension as you watch him chasing after you and gunning you down. Or what is possibly my favorite scene in the whole game, when the cops interrupt a hospital visit to Vincent's wife. Leo shouts that they have to get out of there, and as each character makes for the exit, the camera swaps between them in such a cinematic and exciting way where each player is constantly going, "Oh, it's me again," and frantically figuring out what they need to do. The perfect melding of the character development and big set-piece moments are when the game lets you decide between Vincent's way or Leo's way to tackle a situation, leading to one of 2 entirely different chunks of gameplay, which also adds to the game's replayability, a key factor of any good co-op game. Near the end, they throw in some pretty run-of-the-mill cover-based third-person shooting, which won't blow anyone away, but with everything leading up to that point and all that you've been through with these characters to get there, as well as the added benefit of it just being more fun to do with a friend, it's still a lot more fun than it would be in another game. All of this running and gunning leads to the climactic moment when Vincent and Leo defeat their common foe Harvey in the most over-the-top way possible. Cut to a high-speed chase to the getaway plane and they make it out. Until they land, and the cops are waiting for them. Up until this point, A Way Out's story is entirely straightforward. But here they drop the plot twist bombshell that Vincent was a cop the entire time and only did everything he did in order to get to Harvey. Leo is enraged, takes Vincent hostage, and drives off. In the most melodramatic manner possible, the two former buddies have to shoot it out, with Leo too mad to listen to Vincent's reason. If I'm being objective and honest, the acting in A Way Out is a solid 6 out of 10.
You know what? I think I'm gonna write that letter to Carol.
That's a great idea. Hey, Emily, you have a pen and paper?
Wait, now?
Why not? It's a long way home. You got anything better to do?
Not really.
All right, then.
But like so many other cheesy entertainment products, it just feels right. If the acting was any better, it would actually lose something. Because of its inherent cheesiness and all the laughs we had at it, this finale honestly hit me. I didn't break down in tears, but this final shootout was so painful to play through after such a fun journey, especially because the friend you just had all of that fun with is the one that you have to gun down. Vincent and Leo fight it out until one of them hits a certain amount of HP, then the fight moves to another arena, and then again one more time. In the end, they wearily beat each other down before crawling for a dropped gun. Depending on how much health each player has, it's easier or harder for them to mash square and inch closer to the gun. And when they reach it, bang, the other dies. After a final moment of reconciliation, you're shown one more cutscene before hitting the credits. And if you're like me, you jump right back in to do it all again and see how the other choices play out. A Way Out is pure co-op delight, constantly throwing you and your partner into situations that make you say, okay, what do we do now? Or giving you big playgrounds to just goof around and enjoy a great video game together. Because what you're doing and how you're doing it are always being switched up, A Way Out stays exciting from start to finish. Sometimes I feel like games can be held to an unbelievably high standard. Not every game needs to show you the character's pores in immense detail, or push the bar for video game acting, graphics, or gameplay. It's okay for them to just be a good time. And that's A Way Out through and through. I can't wait to play Hazelight's next game, It Takes Two, which comes out a week from the release of this video, and seems like A Way Out bumped up to 11. It's only been 3 years since A Way Out launched, and so who knows what we'll be seeing in the future. But the real point of this video was to say that I hope we see more games like A Way Out and It Takes Two. Full-blown stories you get to experience with a friend. I love all kinds of co-op games, but these are so rare. Co-op games tend to be drop in, drop out, beat some stuff up, and bounce. And that's great. But to me, a co-op game from start to finish should be about working together and interacting with your partner. And A Way Out is always doing that. And that's what makes A Way Out the perfect co-op experience. So here's hoping that A Way Out and It Takes Two can start something of a trend, or at least become something future games can take bits and pieces of inspiration from. Have you played A Way Out? What did you think of it? Are you going to play It Takes Two? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, please subscribe to help my channel grow and click the bell to see what I make next. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Shimshazar, and I'll see you next time.